Grand Rising. I'm feeling great this morning, even though I'm about to probably go back to sleep since there's no jobs available. But I want to talk about black love since once again all my videos were deleted and shit. I gotta start over. Hold up. This is helping me get my life a little bit. Okay, black love. What I think black love is, I think black love is strength, courage, wisdom. Definitely wisdom when it comes to 2018. Black love isn't just, I think a lot of people depict black love in 2018 to be they depict it to be, well, since all the women, all the black women, they're strong. It's more I feel like they kind of push the black love over to the women, like when it comes to strength and everything. And I was talking to homeboy last night, and we both agree. Like in 2018, even of course before that, but I'm just gonna say 2018. A lot of women are just kind of trying to take the man role. For what reason, I don't know. But I kind of always been old school with the man. I always wanted the man provide while the women stay home, do all that. Because for one, in my relationship, my rela- my relationship just fits so perfectly because my OG just wanted me to like be home, basically provide for him in a way that a woman should to a man, and I wanted him to provide for me in the way that a man should for a woman. And I'm pretty happy about that. But of course, I got bigger plans for that, like start my own business. But it's like basic wise, I can't explain it. But and ever since I was little, I always felt that way, and I always felt like nothing's wrong with that shit. That's kind of what I always had that feeling. That's kind of what a man's supposed to do. And if your man is okay with doing that, then why not? Why you always gotta just be, no, babe, I got this for the women? Like, why do you always gotta be, I want to take care of this, I want to take care of that? And I feel like, and I was talking to homeboy. I told him it starts with like I would say like slavery times ish, kind of, sorta, like when some maybe the house niggas, I don't know. Just when they was like, okay, well, if you can get out of slavery, do it. If you can get it quicker than the next nigga, then get it. And then that's kind of like how we are today when it comes to flexing and shit. Like, let me just one up on this nigga right quick so I can flex on him. And it's not even that. And I told him, we both agree, like, if I'm gonna eat, everybody else gonna eat. That's the goal. That's my goal. That's just unity. And I also believe that it's from like the civil rights time. I'll get into that later, a little bit like deeper and shit. But civil rights time, when welfare came into play, food stamps, government assistance, and all that was just all that was just get the black man, get the man out of the house so the woman can. It's like you get the black man out of the house, the woman's gonna take care of shit. But don't forget, like, the black man's out of the house, where they gonna go? They're gonna get murdered. They're gonna get killed. Get the black man out of the house, they're gonna do shit so they can provide for themselves. And back in those days, like, it's hard for a black man to get a job, a good job at that. And I mean, I know back in the civil rights time, there was like a lot of abusive ass men and shit. And that kind of played a part to why, like, they got put out the house. Okay, cool. I understand that. And also, I think when the government dropped cocaine off in the black community, I want to say that was like 19 1930 era. I think that's when the civil rights. It was. I'm not sure for sure if it was like way back then, but I think it was like around that time. So when you put two and two together, they gonna drop that off in the community and fuck up people's mental states. Like you just created a drug addict in the black community. Okay, let's create this drug problem and then let's give black women all these resources to just continue to kick them out the house. You know what I'm saying? So shit just gets fucked up, and I will end up having more videos to get deeper into it. But also I think black love is retraining your mind about the standards of what a black woman and a black man and a black woman should be as a couple, because it's not easy. And I think when I say like courage, wisdom, strength, that means don't get rid of social media, but like get rid of that, get rid of everything you were told by your family how a man should treat you. Okay, don't be like stupid and shit. Like, oh, he beat me, but that's how what they said he shouldn't do. Like, don't be stupid. But like, as far as them telling you you don't need a man for this and you don't need a man for that, I get that you may not need a man for that, but then again, don't be stupid, because if a man wants to provide and he wants to take on that load for you, then do that, because that's y'all's relationship. That's nobody else's relationship. Y'all are the one that's going to blossom together, because y'all both have got an understanding of each other. Boom, that's kind of what it is, an understanding. If y'all both agree to the relationship and how y'all want it to work, why not do that shit? Do that shit. Just do that shit. I'm sorry. Look at hole. But anyways, and I think black love. Don't quit on me now, bootleg. And I think black love is. Dang, I had it on the tip of my tongue. I would say strength, because there's gonna be, what do they call it? Naysayers, hearsayers, people who will judge your relationship, people who will try to knock down your relationship. But I mean, it's nobody else's relationship but y'all's. And if y'all have a healthy relationship, and if y'all don't have that toxic relationship, if y'all at each other's neck 4 or 5 times out of a week, then that's probably a toxic relationship. If y'all are trying so much to make it work, but not in a positive way, more like spitting venom at each other, that's a toxic relationship. It's like sometimes you just need to step back. And for women, this was my issue when I got into a relationship with OG, because we was both trying to be bosses in the kitchen, basically. And I kept, like, every time he had an opinion, I was just like, no, I've been doing this all my life, so I'm just going to continue to do this. And he was kind of like, well, I've been this way all my life, so I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Irking ass. And I'm just like, no, that's not going, I don't feel like this is going to do this, and I don't want this because I'm used to this. But in turns, like, women, we've been told to not take no bullshit from men. But I wouldn't call it bullshit. I would just, like, if you think relationship is hard, then marriage is extremely hard. So I just have to sit my ass back and listen to what the fuck he gotta say. And I just be like, you know what? Okay, OG. I'm just gonna try it your way. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I just tried it his way, and I just doing things his way. And then in turns, it was cool, being submissive and everything. And I get into that whole relationship, our relationship. And in turns, things started to, I would say, unfold, because he was just kind of telling me, do this, do that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because my other relationships kind of messed up by not being submissive. I was kind of the not hating ass girlfriend, but hateful ass girlfriend. And I was just kind of like, no, let me do this, let me do that. So when our relationship started to unfold, because I kept listening to him and doing all this, it kind of stopped working that way, because he wasn't listening to what I was telling him. And then now he tells people, like, well, sometimes you got to listen to your girl as well. So when we both started listening to each other and basically trying He tries his way. If it don't work, cool, I'll try my way. And it's just like it's literally the 50-50. You really got to give 50-50. People like, don't give 50-50, give 100. God damn it, give 100, give 50-50. As long as the motherfucker is equal, give that shit. My big. Anyways, but yeah, it's just more about being submissive, and being submissive is not weak at all. Being submissive is not weak. Being submissive is knowing when to say yes, knowing when to say no, when knowing when to agree to disagree, knowing when to agree, or knowing when to disagree. But basically, drugs. Oh my God. I'll get into that while I'm smoking this. I'll get into that later. But yeah, black love is everything that they taught you about relationship, because usually when people talk about relationships, it's more of what they think a standard relationship should be with everybody, but not realizing black people and their relationship, ours go like way back. Our mental stability and our mental way of thinking has been like stripped from us. So you can't just say relationship is this and that. For one, how black people's family has treated them 400 years and up has been crazy, because you got the black men who are like mama's boys, or you got the black men that are like just been raised in a strict household, and you got black men that's parents have not been there, and you got black men who's probably been on their own all their life. So, and like in the white community, you really don't have that. You have like two parent households constantly, or you have them just being with the mother, being with the father. Just it's just more of encouragement, because with the black family, you got to get out of my house when you turn 18. Like just stupid shit like that. And white parents, they really don't have that. It's more of, okay, you can leave when you're ready. But in the black community, it's just not like that. So you can't say this is a standard relationship, when culture wise, black people is it's extremely difficult. And you got the women that probably been molested by people in her family, or you got the ones that just got pregnant at an early age. You got one without a father or without a mother. So like I said, you can't categorize you can't categorize relationships for every culture, for every person, like especially black people. And that's why I say you got to retrain your mind. You have to reprogram everything. Forget everything that you learn. If it fits you and how you feel about a relationship, I say do it, because it's just not every way is the way. It's definitely not. I hear the birds. I hear the birds. Let me check the time. Let me check the time. But anyways. But yeah, black love is extremely difficult. And when I got with OG, only thing he knew how to do was provide. He didn't know how to love. So when he was doing the providing and I wasn't listening, it was kind of weird. So I was like, so basically I started to listen. So then the love part was difficult, because, okay, if you knew how to love, then you would understand where I'm coming from. So when he decided to learn how to love, because he seen that, like, shit wasn't working out with me, I was feeling some type of way. So when he decided to learn how to love, that's when he ended up playing his part as a man. So that's how we became one. Yep. That's kind of it. That's kind of my part one of black love, and that's it's of course it's deeper than that. But yeah, that's just about it. In the words of Quaya, I'm out this money, baby.